Hi everyone, welcome to another session of Dreamtime with Danielle. That's me. Today I doodled it all out for us already. This way we could just jump right into what's going on here. As you can see, nightmare. Sometimes we have nightmares. What that really means is sometimes we have dreams that really do not make us feel good. And this was a nightmare I was having the other night. So let's just dive right into it, shall we? It started where I was in bed. That's what's happening over here. And then if you see, I wrote demon underneath it. So I was experiencing sleep paralysis, which is what happens during your REM sleep when you just can't move your body. But sometimes you try to. And when you try to, you find you can't. So in the dream, what I was experiencing was I was like a sausage in the bed and I could not move. But I had a roommate who was telling me that I was being consumed by a demon. So, of course, this causes Dream Danielle to absolutely panic. And I'm like, dear God, get me out of this bed. And I'm using all of my physical strength to just get out of the bed. And I feel like this pulling sensation. And then she tells me that I've been sucked out of a cosmic mouth. I should have written that one down, right? Cosmic mouth. Ooh! I dropped a magnet. Anyway, so after that, I was in the room and there was this guy there who was young, like 19, 20, very handsome, but vacant eyes, like no one was there anymore. That's what this expression is. He's just like... So he has vacant eyes and we're expressing a goodbye, like we're quite aware, I don't know what the situation is, but we're saying goodbye. And he's like, when will we see each other again? And I don't know. So we have an attempted kiss, like I attempt to kiss him, but I'm still under sleep paralysis, so I feel very like drunk. I don't know if you've ever felt drunk in the face before, but sometimes when I'm drunk, I can't feel my face anymore, and that's what I chalk this up to. I felt very drunk in the face, and I could barely move my lips. So instead of a proper kiss, and there's like a bare, like, meeting of the lips here. And then we say goodbye, and I don't see this guy anymore. He's gone. Then I see a sandbar, and I'm aware curfew is about to be called. And we're back in the room. So I'm back in the room with my roommate, and suddenly I try and lock the door, and every time I lock the door, it unlocks without me controlling it. So I try and lock the door again, and it unlocks again. So I'm scared because the door is fighting me. The lock is fighting me. And the door opens, and this other girl comes in. A girl I don't know, but I can tell I've got beef with her. She comes in, and then she's carrying this huge drill. This is not a gun. This is a drill, an electric drill. And the drill bit was like 7, 8 inches long. I don't know what anyone would use a drill bit for that. But there she is carrying it, and I take it from her, and I squeeze the trigger, and the sound of the drill, you know, it goes zzz, and the girl goes, shh, she shushes me. She's like, shh, shh, shh. And then we hear these whispers. And the door's locked now, thankfully. She's on the bed, and I'm holding the drill because she dropped it. And I was so mad because she was telling me to be responsible with the drill, but then she went ahead and dropped it. And when I picked it up, suddenly this creepy whispering thing was outside the door. And outside the door is where this, I guess, demon thing existed. And so I wish I was on the bed because now I'm down here, almost like in prayer position. I'm like, oh no. Apparently I'm a little noodle. Sometimes I'm a noodle. And that was the end of the dream. I wish I was on the bed. Something creepy's out the door. A demon almost ate me. You know, classic nightmare elements. There's nothing too too deep or unusual about this. By the way, coffee. Cheers. Clink. Thank you. Oh, sweet coffee, how I love you. So let's talk it over. Nightmares talk about the things we feel out of control of. So really what was happening here is I was feeling very out of control of my own body because I had sleep paralysis. So I can't move my body, and the fears that come along with that. What happens when you can't move your body? Well, I mean, think of predators and prey. You freeze in a fight or flight. Well, there's fight, flight, and then paralysis. And I was experiencing that one. I was experiencing the paralysis. So I was feeling very out of control of my own body. I was feeling like things around me are consuming me, which really tells me I need to practice more, not just self-care, but self-strengthening. I saw this amazing YouTube video, and it was called Emotional Hygiene. Emotional hygiene. And what that is just like the same way we take care of our bodies, we must take care of our inner selves, our emotions and our mind, and not allow ourselves to be consumed by our demons. We've all got demons. Everyone has something within them that causes tension, fear, excessive worry, anxiety. And in this dream, they were consuming me. So now let's move on. Vacant-eyed boy, right? I'm going to call him a boy because he was definitely under 20. He was legal. It's a dream. It's fine. Vacant-eyed boy. So what does this mean to me? Well, this could be my masculine energy. Remember, we all have feminine and masculine energy. In this case, it would seem that my masculine energy, and what that really means is my ability to take action, to move forward, to use logic and tactics. That's masculine energy. It seems it's a bit vacant right now. It's a bit dull behind the eyes, tired, but wanting to know, hey Danielle, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? When are you going to take action again? When are you going to be direct again? And then I'm like, bye. So the lock, the self-turning lock. Let's think about what locks represent. I mean, usually we're locking people out, right? It's very rare. But in this case, I was locking myself in. I was locking myself into the room. So this could be stuff that we keep on the inside, things that we really are trying to shut down. Shut it down. That's something that's often said and done. So the lock wouldn't allow me to do that. Something was saying, no, you can't. You can't lock this in anymore. And in fact, the door opened, like it was pulled open, and someone entered from the outside. So maybe this is about allowing people in, allowing there to be this other person and see what they have to offer. We never know what people have to offer. It could be a friendly word. It could be that they're helpful with our projects. It could be that there's like a beautiful bond or connection that can form. We have to be more allowing with people. Very suspicious of people, humans in general. So, self-turning lock, stuff to think about. And then this drill bit, oh my gosh, that thing. It was this neon yellow, neon green type of shade. Let's call it phlegm colored. It was phlegm colored. Actually, maybe bile. You know, have you ever seen your bile? What a delicious conversation we're having today. It's a nightmare. We can't expect it to be pretty. So it was bile colored, and the drill bit was so long. So it was definitely like a weapon. Obviously, it's phallic shaped, but this was not sexual in the dream at all. But there was fear behind it. So, I mean, if you really want to go deep into the subconscious and the psyche, we could totally chalk that one up. Chalk that one up. So, but then I used it, right? I squeezed the drill bit and it whirred. So it worked for me. But the two women who were there silenced me. They were like, no, you can't use that. My cosmic penis. No. So the drill is never intentionally used as a drill should be, logically, in the dream. And it's not even used as a weapon. And in the moment that I even try to use it, I'm stopped. So I would chalk this up again to being out of control of our bodies, of our minds, of our choices. People trying to take choices away. I mean, all of that makes sense in a nightmare. You can really chalk it down to what is making me feel so oppressed. So, yeah. And then whispers. Whispers could be anything. Maybe it's how we are talking in our heads to ourselves that aren't so kind. We all know that inner voice, right? Or it could be fears we have about what other people might be saying. No matter how much we say, it doesn't matter. It's part of the human psyche. Human psyche. Say it 3 times fast. Human psyche, human psyche, human psyche. Part of the human psyche to wonder. We wonder. Whispers behind the door also imply that we can't know, because I didn't know what they were saying. I didn't understand what they were saying. And that's okay. Things are out of our control a lot of the time. What is in our control is what we do with that. And apparently what I did was got down on my knees and prayed. But I wasn't truly praying. I was expressing fear. So another type of paralysis, right? This dream is saying, get out of your paralysis, Hernandez. Find your action. Find that direct activity and take initiative. So, this was a pretty simple nightmare. And honestly, as far as nightmares go, not that bad. Just a stress dream, really. You know what? We'll put that up there. Stress dream. Well, this has been another exciting rendition of Dreamtime with Danielle. And that's me. If you would like to send me your dreams, absolutely do. You can email me in the email comment section down below. Reach out, subscribe, comment, like, share, you know, the YouTube things. And join me next time for another session of A Dreamtime with Danielle. And that's me. Bye, guys.